Hi everyone, welcome back to Learn Turkish the Easy Way channel. This is our next live session on random topics, and today I decided to cover the Turkish native letters that English language doesn't have, and there are many people who have this confusion about how to pronounce those native Turkish letters like ç, ş, I, ö, ü, right? So I decided to allocate one specific session for that purpose. Therefore, today we will basically covering these letters. Now, on the title, on the slide, you see only 5 letters. I expanded it towards the lesson, so you will have more letters actually. Not only these 5 letters that you see on the screen, but more of them. Because we don't have only this, right? Even if, for example, we have the letter J, which is the letter C in Turkish, right? It is still pronounced differently in Turkish language. So I'll also cover that one. So that's basically it. So let's go to our workpad and see what we'll be covering. Now, as you see, I put on the title 1, 2, 3. Here, basically, we have 8 letters. Right, we have 8 letters here. So I put them all because you might be, for example, knowing the pronunciation of E, but I put it, for example, specifically to differentiate and to explain the difference between E and U, for example. Okay, so that you can see it side by side or together in one lesson. So, but we also definitely have this like ç, right? Ş, I, Ö, Ü, and yumuşak G. These letters are very native to Turkish language. Therefore, let's see how we pronounce them in Turkish. So I decided to cover in this order that you see in this list. Why? Because the first 4 somehow exist in English. Okay, somehow exist in English. So let's first cover them to understand better. We will be using them in other examples in the further letters. So let's cover them very quickly before we go to the other 4 letters. So what is the issue with letter J? This is letter J, right? Even if it's C in English, they exist both in both languages. The pronunciation is different. In English, C is pronounced as in 2 ways, right? It can be K, it can be C, depending on the conditions, but in Turkish it is basically the same as in English, J or G. Okay, so it has one usage. Okay, it has just one role, and again it is like we pronounce it as J. Okay, J. So I have 3 examples here. The first one is John. Okay, John, and it's kind of the same as the name John in Turkish. Okay, so in English, if you want to say John, right, that will be exactly this word, John, which means so. Okay, so here you see this is pronounced as J, right, John. The second example is Cam. Cam means glass. Okay, the material, glass material, so that you pronounce it as jam. Okay, not jam, not calm. It's not like that. It's just J. Okay, J, jam. So you see, normally the letter itself in an alphabet is called J, but when you get the letter A, for example, which is a hard vowel, right, it becomes Ja, right? Jam, jam. The third example is chick. It's the baby of a chicken, right? Which is pronounced as jiv. Okay, jiv, jiv. So this is the first letter, the J, right, that exists in English as a letter, but it's still different in Turkish in terms of pronunciation. I put it here because we have this in other examples, just to make clear how we pronounce it, especially for those who will be watching this video for the first time before even the alphabet of Turkish language. Okay, so this is J. Let's now look at the Ç, letter Ç, the second one. Okay, letter Ç. Letter Ç is same as in English combination of C and H. Okay, there is no other kind of a deviation from this. So Ç is Ç. Okay, so when you say much, for example here, right, that's exactly the same. This much, right, at the end, che is exactly the same as the Turkish che. So che, it is pronounced as che in alphabet. And examples here are what? Çok, which means much, very, right? Then we have çay, which is tea. And we have çekiç, çekiç, çekiç, çekiç, which means hammer. Okay. Again, I put this che as a second because we already have this combination of ch in English. Therefore, it should not be very abnormal for English speakers to grasp this letter. The third is she, okay, letter she, which is same as the English combination of S and H, and it is pronounced as an alphabet letter, right? It's pronounced as she. The previous one was che, this one is she. And the examples here we have is şeker, right? Şeker, which is sugar. The second example is beş, which is 5. And the third example is şiş, şiş, which means a skewer to make barbecue, right? To make kebab, or a swelling on somebody's body. Okay, if you have a swelling on the body, that's also called şiş. Şişmek, by the way, is the verb. What is şişmek? Şişmek is to being inflated, right? To swell. That is the verb, and the noun will be just şiş. Okay, so these three letters are already here in English, right? We have the letter C, which is J. We have CH combination, which is che. We have SH combination, which is she, right? This one, and we also have letter E, which is exactly the same in English as E. Letter I in specific words like big, right? Big, or E. But double E is usually pronounced as prolonged, right? Therefore, it's better to consider this I as in the word big, okay? So let's kind of put this parenthesis as big, okay? That will be a better understanding of how we pronounce this E in Turkish. So this I here, the way we pronounce I in big is exactly the way we pronounce E in Turkish. So the examples here we have is kim, who, right? Then we have biz, we. Then we have bilim, science. Pay attention to the fact that we don't prolong E, okay, as in English, double E. So in Turkish E is different than the prolonged version of double E in English, okay? So it's only short E, like in big. The next example is iki, right? Iki, which is 2. Then we have ikinci, which is second, extension of the first, right? Iki becomes ikinci, second. Then we have birinci, or bir is 1, birinci means first, right? And you also have, you see, letters J here, 2 letters J here, right? İkinci, birinci. And we also have the examples kirli. Kirli means dirty. Okay, kirli. Kir means dirt. Kirli means dirty. So this 4, okay, these 4 letters, basically which ones? Let me go to the top. These 4 are somehow in English, okay, they exist in English. The only pronunciation different is this one, right, which is somehow written differently, pronounced differently, but still they all exist, okay, in English language. So J is like J or G in George, right? Che is the combination of CH, she is combination of SH, and E is just I, as in big. These 4 are very much close to the English. Then we have these 4 other letters, which is U, Ö, Ü, and yumuşak G. Let's now cover them, okay? So we covered this one as the last part. And next is U, okay? So U is the hard version of E. And again, just I put them side by side so that you feel the difference, okay? So the first one is, this one is E, okay? On the right side, this one is E, this is U. E versus U, okay? E, U. E, U, okay? That's the difference. So the examples we have here is, for example, kırk, right? If it was E, it will be kirk, right? Kirk. But it's not E, it's I. Therefore, it's kırk. Not kirk, but kırk. Okay, kırk. It's very hard, which means 40. Kırık, not kirik. Again, I just try to give you kind of the different version that people can pronounce it. It's not kirik, it is kırık. Okay, kırık, which means broken. Then we have this example, bıkkın. Bıkkın, not bıkkın. Okay, not bıkkın, it is bıkkın. Bıkkın, bored or fed up. Then we have kırmızı, not kirmizi. Okay, not kirmizi, but kırmızı. Okay, kırmızı. Then we have this one, sarı. Sarı means yellow, not sarı, but sarı. Then we have kıvılcım. We also have letter J here, right, as Turkish one. So not kıvılcım, but kıvılcım. Kıvılcım, kıvılcım. And last we have bıçak, which is also has letter Ç right here additionally. So bıçak means knife, not bıçak, but bıçak. Bıçak, bıçak. Not bıçak, but bıçak. That is letter I, okay? The hard version of E. The hard version of the letter vowel E. And don't forget, Turkish letters have this kind of a counterparts, right? They have counterparts of what? For example, U has E, right? O has U has U counterpart. So here U is the hard counterpart of letter E. Okay. Then we have the soft counterpart of letter O, which exists in English already. So in English it has this O, right? This kind of a letter O, and the soft counterpart of that will be E. Okay, same as you will pronounce it in the letter in the word bird. Okay, bird. When you say bird, let me just put in parentheses here, bird. Okay, when you pronounce bird, this I here is pronounced exactly as this okay, as So bird or they are almost the same in pronunciation. So it is not O but okay, not O but So the first example we have here is böcek. Okay, böcek, böcek. Pay attention to how soft it is. Böcek. Then we have kör, not kor, but kör. Okay, kör, which means blind. Then we have söz, not söz, but söz, right? Söz. It's softer, which means word. Then we have önsöz. It is an extension of this word söz, right? Söz means word. Önsöz means forward. Ön by default means anyway what? Preceding something ön, right? The forward, the preceding one. So önsöz, önsöz, not onsöz, but önsöz. Okay, önsöz. Then we have köle, not kole, but köle. Okay, köle, köle, which means slave. Then we have verbs, two verbs here, ölmek, ölmek, not ölmek, but ölmek. Ölmek is to die, and görmek is to see. Okay, in both we have ölmek, görmek. So this was the soft version of O, okay, which is and again, the best example will be bird, okay, bird. You don't say board, right? You say bird. That's exactly the counterpart of Then we have U, the soft version of U, right? And I can't think of an example where it will be pronounced as U, right? In English, Duke, maybe Duke. No, not even Duke is not right. Kind of a very close, but it's very. I mean, both letters like right? This and U, they both exist. I think in German, for example, right? Some languages have this. I believe Scandinavian countries have this kind of different pronunciations, but I think English doesn't have this clear U. Maybe some words, I don't know. I can't think of examples right now, but it's the soft version of U. Okay, so we pronounce it as U. Okay, not U, but Ü. So the alphabet name is Ü. And when it comes to word examples, we have what? For example, use, right? Use means face or 100. It's the homonym, right, for different words. Use, not use, but use. Then we have küçük, right? Küçük, küçük, not küçük, but küçük, küçük, küçük, which means small or little. Then we have büyük, not büyük, but büyük. Okay, büyük, büyük. Then we have ülke, which means country. Ülke, ülke. See, it's soft. And by the way, all vowels are soft because we are following the vowel harmony, right? Turkish vowel harmony rule. Ülke, soft letters usually required are followed by the soft letters, and hard vowels are followed usually by the hard vowels. So we have both of them. Right? E and Ü are also, both are soft vowels. So ülke, not ülke, but ülke. Then we have kültür, which means culture. It's very same, right? It's just an imported foreign word into Turkish language. Kültür, not kultur, but kültür, kültür. Then we have ütü, which is an iron, meaning that you use to iron the clothes. Okay, that iron, not the metal, because the metal iron is demir. That's a different word. Ütü here means iron, ironing utensil. Okay, ütü. Okay, ütü, ütü. And the last one is ün. Ün means fame or reputation. Ünlü means famous, right? If you add this ünlü, right, make it ünlü, it will be famous. Okay, famous. Ün means fame. Ünlü means famous. All right, and the last one we have is letter yumuşak G, which is called soft gaining in Turkish, right? They call it not. There is no pronunciation for that letter. We just call it soft G, which means soft G, right? Soft G, and it's usually silent when pronounced in Turkish language. Okay, we usually don't pronounce it directly. It is sometimes used to prolong the letters, to prolong the syllable. Okay, but it's not pronounced because it doesn't exist. It is usually silent. So here, look at the first example. Oğul. You see, we don't necessarily. There are some other languages where this letter is pronounced and it's not silent. Okay, like in some other Turkic countries like Azerbaijan, maybe Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, there might be, this letter might be pronounced not silently, but in Turkish language, in the Anatolian Turkish language, it is silent. Okay, so these words also exist in other Turkic languages, but it's not silent there. In Turkic, in the Anatolian Turkish language, it is silent. Okay, so oğul, see, oğul. It is like prolonging the letter U that you have here. It becomes prolonged. Okay, oğul, oğul, oğul. The second example here is da. You see it as if you prolong the letter A here, as if you pronounce A twice here, or kind of prolonged. Okay, not twice but prolonged. So you pronounce it as what? As da. Okay, da, da. As if you kind of stumble upon some wall. Okay, you want to pronounce, but you stumble upon some wall here. So da, which is mountain. Then you have ya. Okay, ya means butter or oil. Ya. Pay attention that you are here prolonging a bit. Okay, ya, ya. Then you have heavy, which is ağır. Okay, ağır. You prolong here right? Ağır. You see again, there is no kind of a letter in between. It's just ağır. Then you have soğuk, which is cold. Soğuk. Here you don't necessarily prolong, but it's just kind of a silent here. Okay, soğuk, soğuk, soğuk. Then you have rain, yağmur, right? Yağmur. Now you're prolonging A here again. Yağmur, yağmur. And then we have Ağustos. Okay, not Augustos, nothing like that. It's just Ağustos. It is silent. There is no prolongation here. It's just silent, okay? Ağustos, which is August as a month. Ağustos. So, okay, so here it is silent, right? Here it is prolonging. Da, ya, it is prolonging. Ağır, it is silent. Soğuk, it is silent. Yağmur, it is prolonging, right? Ağustos is silent. That is the yumuşak G, okay? Now there we have a bit more examples, which are mixed examples with different kind of letters together, right? Here we have kömür, we have Ö and Ü, which means coal. Kömür. We have kağıt, okay? This is prolonging. Sorry, it is silent, okay? Kağıt. Kağıt. You don't say kağıt or something, right? It is kağıt. Kağıt. Paper. We have öğrenci, which is student, right? Öğrenci. Öğrenci is here is prolonging the Ö, right? Öğrenci. Öğrenci. Then we have öğretmen, which is teacher. It is prolonging the Ö here, right? This yumuşak G prolongs or soft G prolongs the Ö. Therefore it becomes öğretmen. Öğretmen. Then we have three letters here side by side. Ö, yumuşak G, right? Soft G and Ü, which is pronounced as böğürtlen. Böğürtlen. Böğürtlen. Okay? Böğürtlen. And it's again silent. There is no prolongation here. It's just silent. Okay? Böğürtlen. Böğürtlen. Then we have dönüşüm. We have Ö here. We have Ü, Ş, and Ü again, right? Dönüşüm. Dönüşüm. Dönüşüm. Transformation. Then we have çürük. We have three letters here. Ç, Ü, and Ü, right? Çürük. Çürük means rotten. Çürük. Çürük. And the last example is çıplak, which is nude or naked. Çıplak. We have Ç and Ü here together side by side, which is çıplak. Okay? Not çıplak, not kıplak, whatever it is, but çıplak. Okay? Çıplak. Çıplak. So this is basically examples. Together with examples, we covered all possible letters that are especially native, Turkish native. Okay, this four are definitely Turkish native letters. The others somehow exist. The other four, this one, J, Ç, Ş, and E, they somehow exist in English. But the other four are, in terms of writing, especially, they are very much native to Turkish language. And again, we have gone through all of these examples. Thank you, Sana. If it's very helpful, that's really nice. It's just a source of happiness for me. We are done with this class for today. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. If not, I'll finish this video. By the way, if you like the video, put that like button, push that like button. I really appreciate your support to the channel. And if you want to join our Telegram channel, the link is here. It will be also in the description of the video. If you want to click and join, I usually use the Telegram channel for announcements on further videos. So if you want to join, be part of the channel, you can join. Alright, if you don't have any other questions, I'll finish this video here. Thank you for joining, thank you for participation. Have a nice day, have a nice week ahead. Bye bye. Herkese iyi akşamlar. Görüşmek üzere arkadaşlar. Sağ olun.